Hello. It's been a long time since I've done a video, mostly because our laptop inside drive thing, it broke. So we had to use our phones for a long time, and well, what felt like a long time, and I wasn't going to do all this on my phone because it would just take up so much memory. My phone's old school. It's a Galaxy S3. So yeah. But I'm back again, and I've got some good ideas to talk about, which, hopefully you can enjoy too. Today, I really wanted to talk about, sorry, I shouldn't do this, but I'm going to anyway. I wanted to talk about healthy living that incorporates both diet and exercise, and the importance of it, because I'm not perfect in it, and I know many people who do take it more of a way of life than every so often. But the one thing I've always stuck to since probably I got married, which was 2011, water. This is 99.9% of what I drink, only, ever. If I'm out and about and I really fancy just a little change, or maybe it's just a nice evening or whatever, maybe I'll go for a J2O. But it's very rare I can finish that because it's just so full of sugar. My body, it rejects sugar now. And I get hyper from sugar. So, yeah, water is my number one liquid. It's everyone's, really. Our body cannot function without water. So if you're feeling low of energy, then obviously your diet, lack of sleep, but water, if you're not having enough water, you'll be suffering energy-wise. Now ideally, we should be drinking at least 2 litres a day. I'm not doing that on purpose, I'm doing that just because I'm thirsty. But yes, ideally, we should be having 2 litres a day, at least. Obviously that varies on the amount of activity you do. So if you're quite active through the day, you'll need more. If you sit in an office all day, maybe 2 litres will be enough. And at first, if you haven't been doing it and you start doing it at first, it will feel like you're going to the toilet every half hour, because your bladder is expanding, and it'll happen slowly. But if you keep it up and have no breaks, and just as in no breaks in doing it, so like one day you'll have, if you had breaks, then maybe you do 3 days of awesome drinking water, and then like you'd go back to your previous. But that's not what you need to do. You need to keep it constant. However, for me, I really struggled. I was really good before Samuel, and I was relatively still good during Samuel and just after Samuel, because I was still breastfeeding. But ever since, I guess because I knew I needed to do it, so it wasn't a chore, I wouldn't say, but it was, I knew I needed to do it. I knew it was right for Samuel, and it was obviously right for me because I was breastfeeding. And then ever since then, I've kind of gone on a bit of a holiday, and unfortunately it's been now a habit, a bad habit. I do not drink as much as I used to. If I went back to at least 2 litres a day, depending on what I'm doing, then I know I'd have a lot more energy anyway. It wouldn't just be bursts of energy, it would be long term. I'd still be tired in the evening because I have an 18-month-old. But anyway, so I've been speaking to my friend who's a PT, personal trainer, and I have a lot of friends who are either vegetarian or vegan. I'm not saying that we need to do that. I've chosen personally to cut out meat as much as I used. Sorry, let me rephrase that. I've chosen to cut out meat a lot more in my diet. I don't have it every day now. I have it maybe once, twice a week. Just because you don't need it. I don't need it. My body I can find other things that are more healthy to have instead of meat, because the meat that's usually very accessible isn't the meat that we think it is, unfortunately. But the way they manufacture it is cheaper and it's more accessible, and you know. But yeah, so I decline a lot of things that I eat now. If I'm buying something, then I'll look at the vegetarian option, and if I fancy it, great. If not, it depends. I'm not strictly vegetarian, but I do have things that are vegetarian. I just feel better. So that's me personally. Also, fruit and vegetables. I can't stress enough how important these are. If you don't like a typical dish of vegetables, then do something with them. Put, lots of flavourings with them, make them into a sauce. Samuel doesn't like bland vegetables. Even if I put a bit of herbs and stuff, he won't have it. He doesn't like it. So if I'm when I give him vegetables, which is almost every day, if not every day, I put it into a sauce. Usually it's a tomato sauce because I associate, ratatouille, for example. But if it's not ratatouille sauce, then it's some other sauce. So that's what I do with Samuel. And before and during my pregnancy, I had at least 2 to 3 pieces of fruit every day, and then 2 portions of vegetables every day. That was my 5 a day, done. And that was a very healthy lifestyle. I had energy. I had a very good pregnancy. I'm not saying that was solely down to my diet. I may have just had a good pregnancy. Every woman's different, but it really, obviously, did help a lot. So, whether or not you're a health fad, I think that's the word, or not, I want to know what it is what part of healthy living do you enjoy, that you feel you can do at the moment. Exercise, obviously, every day. We really should be doing these 30 minutes of cardio. I need my cardio. I've fallen behind drastically in my cardio, which is not really good because in my job, not in the day-to-day of my job, but staff training, I do a lot of vigorous activities in the water, and if I'm not fit enough, you know about it. But I also want to bulk up a little bit, upper body strength, core body strength, and lower, so that when I'm kicking, it's not exhausting for me to kick. I do swim. I've got back into swimming. Tomorrow I'm swimming, and because I have it off still, because I'm on holiday. I'll be swimming at lunchtime, and I'll do about half an hour to an hour, depending how much I can handle. The key to exercise is that, yes, you're supposed to push yourself, but don't push yourself to the extent that you're going to get dizzy or anything. Take your time, do as your body tells you to do. I keep looking at myself. It's so easy. Not to look at myself, but to just to see what I'm doing. Anyway, off on a tangent. So yeah, what kind of food do you consider healthy, and how often do you eat it? And what do you enjoy about healthy living in general? Do you enjoy the exercise side of it, or do you enjoy the diet side of it, or do you enjoy both together, hopefully? I do enjoy exercise. Swimming is my favourite. It was actually quite good for me because I have bad knees. I need to get them checked out, but I have bad knees. I've had them for a few years now. And if I do cardio or anything using my knees, like running or whatever, it hurts. So I have to now, swimming is the best way for me to get cardio. Because it's the buoyancy on the water. It relieves the stress from my knees. So that's my cardio. But at home I can do planking, I can do sit-ups, I can do press-ups, which I've done today, I can do squats, and yeah. So and weights. So yeah, let me know, and I'll see you soon. Bye.